Holy shit, guys. Holy shit.
Oh my god. What a fucking movie.
Unsettling and brutal.
I am on my way to see Obsession, Curry Baker's Obsession. I have seen the most incredible reviews about this movie. I'm so excited. I hope it lives up to a little bit of the anticipation. I'm running in to get a little bit of candy before I go into the theater, but I wanted to bring you along. I'm gonna do an immediate thoughts afterwards, gut reaction, a spoiler-free review, and then maybe at the end some spoilers if I'm really feeling into it, but come with me. I just got in my car and I don't even know what to say about the movie. I gotta recap my thoughts. When I get home, I'll do a full review, but oh my god, what a fucking movie.
Okay, I am back from seeing Obsession, Curry Baker's debut film, and oh my god, I had to take an actual fucking breather. Usually after a movie, I'm immediately on my phone in the theater making my Letterboxd review and, texting people about it. I had to go. I had to get out of there. I am not one to hype up a movie if it doesn't deserve it. And I think that happens so often in the horror space. But this one deserves it. This one deserves it. I'm going to keep this section spoiler free. I will alert you when I transition into spoilers, so you can watch whichever section you want. Spoiler free starting now. I went into the movie honestly kind of not giving a shit about the premise. Guy wishes for a girl to be obsessed with him and it goes wrong. That's been done before. But I was reading so many reviews, seeing so many things online of people saying this hits like crack. So I was excited about it. I was trying not to get really hyped about it. I got a little bit hyped for Undertone. It disappointed me. I got a little bit hyped for Hokum. It was okay. It didn't disappoint me, but it wasn't a 5-star film or anything like that. I gotta say, Obsession is dangerously close to 5 stars. I think right now I'm sitting at 4 stars, but it has some I'm excited to see it again. I think that it has rewatchability, even though you'll know what's coming. It left me honestly a little bit speechless. I can't believe how good it was. This movie is about a group of friends, particularly one guy. They all work together, and this guy has gone through a bit of a tragedy in his life, and this girl, Nikki, is there for him, and he is in love with her, and she doesn't know it. He goes into a crystal shop to buy her a necklace that she has broken and comes across the One Wish Willow. The One Wish Willow is an old 80s toy that, you break a stick, make a wish, break a stick, and the wish should come true. You can see what happens from there. He wishes for Nikki, and that goes tragically wrong. I said this with Sinners. I think that anything Ryan Coogler wants to make, give him the money. And I'm going to say the same thing about Curry Baker. Anything that man wants to make, give him the funds. It will be well done. It is in good hands. If you haven't seen Milk and Cereal, I believe, not Milk and Honey, I think it's Milk and Cereal, the short film on YouTube, you can watch it for free. That is where I know Curry Baker from, and it is so good. He also does comedy, I believe, on YouTube as well. I've never watched that from him, but I think that horror and comedy are sisters, and they share a lot of similarities. So that makes sense to me why he did such a good job. This film is scary. There are several jump scares that I was not anticipating that did get me, and I haven't had a movie really get me like that in a while. So I was very impressed with the jump scares. There's not a lot. It doesn't rely on them. I think what the film relies on is the unsettling feeling that you get just looking at some of the things on the screen. It is a very nasty feeling. I felt that when I left the theater. I was like, oh, this really got under my skin. That is what I think the film does well. Also, I think that the actress that plays Nikki, a phenomenal performance, and she's the reason that the movie works. She is the absolute reason you want to see this movie, I highly recommend you go to theaters to see it. I'm giving this 4 stars. It's not perfect, but wow. Debut from Curry Baker, like I said, give him whatever he wants. I'm going to watch them all. I'm going to support it at the theater. Holy shit, guys. Holy shit. Okay, if you're interested in spoilers, I'm going to get into that a little bit starting now, so you have been warned. As the film unfolds, first of all, I really liked the transition from Nikki being a normal person to Nikki being obsessed, and it's like that. And you can see the instant change. I thought that was so, so, so well done. I found the scares, some of the things, to be so unsettling and brutal. When she brings that cat back inside after it's been dead, I knew this was going to be so fucked up. This is going to be so fucked up. And I was excited about it. I was ready for something really terrifying and really nasty. Obviously, you may have seen some videos floating around about the rated R versus NC-17 rating and the piece that Curry Baker took out to keep his rated R rating instead of NC-17, and that is the head smashing scene. So that jump scare got me. I knew she was coming. It's obvious that that's the trope. She's coming to the car to find them together. And when she bashes that girl's head in, I had shivers. I've seen some brutal films. The Saw franchise is one of my favorite franchises. I've seen Hostel. I've seen some really fucked up things. It was so brutal and so just, oh my God, so well done, very well shot. I understand why he took like 20 seconds out because it wouldn't have been necessary, but I get why he thought about keeping that in as well. So kind of twist that's in the film I thought was really interesting. When he calls the support number on the One Wish Willow box and they're chatting through whether or not he can get rid of this or alter his wish, and they say no, but do you want to talk to Nikki? And she starts crying, and you realize that the Nikki he is with and the Nikki that was his friend are two different people. That was really, really good. I would love to have maybe explored that a little bit more, but I also loved them kind of keeping that like hush hush. You kind of just have to sit with, as the audience, that he did this to Nikki. Nikki is the victim, and she is somewhere suffering. And this Nikki is equally just fucked up because of him. And I thought that that was such a good extra on top of this already very like psychological, crazy masterpiece that Baker has produced. So I overall can't recommend this enough. I think if you're a horror lover and you want to be supportive of horror in the cinema, please go to the movie theater and see it. I think this is for people that are looking for something very unsettling. It's very psychological horror. It's very disturbing. It is very, very well done. Some incredible performances. I think this is going to be a very difficult film to beat in the horror category this year. I think if I think about all the horror that I've seen this year, the only other film in the same echelon as this right now is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. That's it. And they are two very, very different films in their own categories for sure. I'm not comparing them, but I think in terms of incredible horror films this year, those two are at the top for me. And I am excited to see what else happens. If you've seen Obsession, please get into my comments. Let's talk about it. Be mindful that some people maybe haven't seen the film, so maybe keep the spoilers a little light if you can, or give a spoiler warning up front. I make content about all kinds of media, movies, books, journaling, gaming, all of the things. Please like and subscribe, and I really appreciate you being here.